Sup, gigglers?
Gary, fix the Wi-Fi.
Manifest that shit.
We can't be managed. I mean, the day just got away from me.
I already said gingle, gingle bells. Giggle, giggle bells.
Giggle, giggle bells. That's a good one. This is the holiday episode.
I do have to say, Christmas is like low-key very cocky. They're like,
Yeah.
we're the happiest time of the year. All other holidays can suck my dick.
No holiday gets a season. Christmas has like the Christmas season.
Christmas is the Leo of all the holidays.
Oh my God.
But it's also
Yes.
like, instead of just enjoying Christmas spends the whole time just like talking about how great Christmas is. And it's like, honestly, it's kind of cold.
What holiday would the Scorpio? Day.
Halloween.
Well, I guess Halloween, yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's just dark. And like sometimes it's fun,
Sinful.
but other times it's dangerous.
And other times you get diarrhea from too many Snicker bars. Oh my God, it's our holiday episode. It's the middle of the week. We got kind of crazy.
Yeah, we
We've been
did.
traveling. I'm jet lagged, which is another word for better than all of you. When
Another
people say they're
word-
jet lagged, you're like, we get it.
Yeah, you travel. I heard someone say like, oh, you know what it was? Remember that show Rich Kids of Beverly Hills and the girl Dorothy? She was like, I think if you get jet lagged, you're just not well traveled. And I never forgot it. Like I never forgot that line.
People don't talk about how good that show was. I mean, Morgan Stewart came out of it.
People don't talk about it. It was so,
Magic Johnson's son was on it. EJ.
I might go back and binge that.
It was high quality television.
Like old school reality show. Not that that was like old school, but it was like the first of its kind of.
It was incredible casting. You know, Dorothy's still like around.
Dorothy, I
saw-
think, is about to be on a Netflix reality show.
Good for Dorothy.
Yeah.
We love that for her. And I love that her name's Dorothy. I feel like Dorothy sounds like a like small town girl, and she's like one of the richest.
Yeah. She could
Girls in
literally
LA.
buy and sell our entire family.
Anyway, the holidays are a mix of emotions. I'm sick of people being like jolly jolly. We talked about how holidays can cause depression. What's your like worst holiday memory?
Oh my God, Hannah.
I can go first.
Yeah, go first.
Okay, so my first, well, I had just dyed my hair blonde at Wisconsin. I was going through it, you know.
Yep, lovely.
She's confused. She's figuring herself out.
She's finding herself.
You know, the first time you decide you're gonna be an adult and like buy gifts for people.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a weird transition in your life where you're like,
Yeah.
wait, I expected to bring something to the table.
Yeah.
But I went into one of the Wisconsin gift stores and your girl went off. Like I was like Pretty Woman. I was grabbing like
Big mistake. Huge. I'm getting sweatshirts for everyone.
every tchotchke, like mugs, keychain. I literally got all Wisconsin gear for every single in my family. I get all these bags. I get on the plane. I forgot all the bags on the plane.
Oh my God, Hannah.
Which now I realize was just ADHD, but like I literally showed up to Christmas in a cry voice, told everyone what I got them. I was like, I got you a really cute sweatshirt with a W in the front. And I got you a fucking...
Honestly, that's a great hack for if you genuinely didn't buy anyone something. You're just like, I forgot it on the train and I'm heartbroken. And like, this is what it was. And you're just like, you never actually even got that.
Like one of those TikToks, like, didn't know your aunt was coming to Christmas? Try this hack. Oh my God, I left it in the taxi cab.
Wait, that's good. That's really good. I don't think I have a bad like Christmas memory except for
Ooh.
I was in 3rd grade. I had just gotten my appendix out
Ooh.
the month before, so it was rough. We were frail, couldn't eat a cookie. We were so tiny. And that year, Santa brought me a gift after all of the gifts had been opened. Santa rang the doorbell. There was a big box there. I brought the box in. I opened the top of the box. To my surprise, a black fur coat. And I screamed with excitement, oh my God, Mom, this young, innocent 8-year-old. Oh my God, Mom, I can't believe you got me a fur coat. I absolutely love it. My mom looked at me in pure and utter disgust because that said coat started moving and it was in fact a dog.
And then you went, ew.
I was like, oh.
Does the hair come off and get on your couch?
I was like, are we keeping that? And so like my parents were like, okay, she's obviously like excited for the dog, but the fact that she was more excited for a fur coat, my mom was like, if there was any guesses, this is in fact my daughter. And
you go, but can we make it a fur coat?
Straight up Cruella de Vil as a child.
You know how they say serial killers when they were younger, like tortured animals? There's something about when you were younger that you had no reaction to a literal puppy that explains where you are today.
It also says something that 101 Dalmatians was my favorite movie, and I loved Cruella de Vil. Like, it did not faze me that she was taking the puppies and making them into coats. Like, I didn't really even realize that part of the story. I was just like, she's amazing.
Also, someone messaged me about asking about what to get gifts for your significant other for different times in your relationship. So I wanted to know, you and Craig are fairly newbies, your first Christmas together. What's the play for getting a gift? Because I feel like, you know, you start too hot, then you have like high expectations, but you start too low and you might lose your chance. I don't know. What are you thinking?
I mean, I already told him that I adopted him a penguin.
Which Sheena did, apparently. We figured out
that she did. She did do it.
But Sheena walked so all of us could run, let's be honest.
No, literally. Sheena walked so I could run with the penguin idea. And then I also just got him clothes because I don't think I need to explain why. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. But I was thinking about that. Like, I think it depends on how new you are, but I don't think you should be spending over. I don't think you should honestly be spending over like $300 if it's like a fairly new relationship, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Craig got me a waffle maker.
I think it's more about finding something that has really gotten you guys close to show that you like are really attentive to him and that you listen to him, even though, you know, sometimes we don't, but that you like care and that you understand him.
Throughout the year, I've never done this for someone, but Craig said that like throughout the year, he has a list in his phone of things I say that I like.
Oh my God.
So that when the time comes, so like perfect example of Christmas morning, I will be waking up to a freshly wrapped waffle maker, which I asked for. I wanted. I am jazzed up about it.
Do you make waffles?
Never made a waffle in my life.
It's the aesthetic.
Like, you see the infomercials and I'm just like, I could be the type of girlfriend that makes waffles.
It looks like it brings happiness.
Yeah. It will never get touched.
In the morning, we're making waffles.
Yeah.
That was a Shrek comment.
Yeah, I don't really even like waffles that much, but like I wanted
But
it.
no one's ever ate waffles and not had fun eating waffles. You can't be sad eating waffles.
So I feel like if it's even just like a small gift, but it's super thoughtful.
Yes.
I feel like that is way more than like, oh my God, I got you this like watch.
Yeah, like anyone could get someone a watch. Anyone with money could get someone something.
Yeah.
But does anyone know his inner wants and desires?
Yeah.
I was stuck with Des our first Christmas. I was buying him stuff on Amazon that whole month, like cheap. And then I just decided to do like a scavenger hunt in our apartment.
Oh, that's so cute.
So like literally little Post-its making jokes like, go to the room I never go to. And it's like the laundry room.
Wait, Hannah, that's
or I'd be like, go to like where I cried this time. So like that's like you want like memories, you know?
Yeah, that's cute. That is so adorable. Guys are so hard. Like I've never, I feel like, gotten a really good gift for a boyfriend before Craig because it's like I've only ever just gotten clothes.
Definitely get him clothes. This kind of reminded me of Left Eye, who like burned down the guy's house.
Left Eye Lopez.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
she like took a Sharpie on all his sneakers, like his
Yep.
Jordans and stuff. I kind of envision you doing that, but like because of someone's
Absolutely.
wardrobe.
Absolutely.
And then being like, oh, guess I have to replace it.
I've thrown things out in Craig's closet. He has no idea. I'm like, you don't need this neon t-shirt. He's like, I do. What if I need it? I'm like, you don't.
I feel like you've tried to do that to me before.
There's one particular t-shirt that you do wear that I do not love.
Oh, tell me.
It's the blue and white striped one. You love it. You always wear
The
it.
blue and oh yeah, where I legit look like a teenage boy who's about to get bullied.
My favorite outfit that you've ever worn is the red. You wore it to your live show most recently. Is the red set. I love that outfit.
Yeah, you love that outfit, even though I've worn it multiple times. But like,
1,000 times.
if it works, it works. You can't come up with magic every
Yeah.
day.
It's hard. No, it's hard.
But the thing is, when a dude likes sports, if he likes the Ravens, get him Ravens socks, get him a Ravens calendar, get him a Ravens everything, get him a Ravens cameo, a guy on Cameo who plays for the Ravens.
I think Cameo is a great gift. Also, I think like an experience, like get tickets to a game, or I also think sneakers are a great gift.
I love a couples massage because you get it.
love a couples massage.
We love a gift that you're giving yourself to.
I agree.
It's called
And if you don't
self-love.
really like him, make sure you're benefiting from the gift as well.
Have you ever gotten a gift from a guy and realized you hate him?
Yeah.
That's why I think Christmas is also hard, because you'll get gifts from a dude and be like, you don't understand me, / I don't want your attention.
I had a boyfriend one year get me all workout clothes. And I was like, have we not spent the last 9 months together? I mean, do you know me at all?
Wait, that's the most up thing I've ever heard in my life.
And running sneakers. I was like, whoa, buddy. You got to get the out of my house.
You're like, if I'm gonna do a workout, it's gonna be a hot girl workout where I just move one limb.
I was like, this is abusive. This is like non-verbally abusive.
Oh my god. So yeah, I actually kind of have to figure out what I'm gonna get Des. We're now at the point where we've like proven ourselves. So like you could get kind of lazy.
Yeah.
He decided, because we went skiing and I liked skiing, that he's gonna get me like my own skiing boots. Cause your girl's boots hurt so bad during the trip. Why does no one talk about it?
Wait, can we talk about, was this your very first time even putting skis on?
Yes.
Okay, walk me through it.
Okay, so skiing has so many accessories.
It's like, how are people moving down the mountain? I can't even walk.
Also, like, you guys know how I am with admin. To even get on the mountain, we had to like go to a ski rental place. We had to get the skis. We had to get fitted for boots. I had to get gloves. I had to get a hat. I had to get goggles.
Then you have to pay to even be on the mountain.
Then you have
You're
to get
like,
a little ski card, and then you have to
Yep.
put the ski card. Don't lose the ski card. Everyone freaks
Don't-
out.
Oh,
God
yeah.
forbid you lose the ski card.
I'm like, then laminate it because.
You lose the ski card, you lose everything. You lose your whole life.
And then there's people that have like the pocket in the jacket. They're like, well, I put my ski card in here because then it just scans. And I'm like, how would I know that? It's a whole
Yep.
thing. Yep.
But then you can't just put the boots on, okay? The boots have to feel like they're suffocating every single bone in your foot, and
Yep.
then they make it tighter.
Yep.
So that was disturbing. And then you don't just like hold your skis. There's a whole technique to like
Yeah.
putting
Oh,
the
yeah.
skis over you guys, this was so overwhelming for me. And then Des also is like so naturally good at skiing for so many years that he doesn't even think of these like little details, that I'm like tripped over everything, and like the
Yep.
ski was like across the street, and he's like, how'd that happen? And I'm like, because I have too many moving pieces going
Yeah.
on, okay? And we're also walking on ice.
And then you're sweating. You're profusely sweating. It's 1 degree outside, and you're like, how am I schwitzing everywhere inside of
I
this
forgot
coat?
to tell you, I have to also have like the pajamas underneath the outfit, and then
Yep.
also be tucked in. God forbid you have to pee. There's so many layers.
No, there's no peeing and skiing.
And then you want to go outside, but God forbid you still have to get your boots on. That takes like 40 minutes.
The number one rule of skiing is there's no urination. There's no peeing. You don't drink all day because where are you peeing? You can't.
So we get there, and I've never skied before. I get really excited. FaceTime my mom. She answers. She goes, it's 3 a.m. What are you doing? And I go, oh my God, I'm sorry, Mom. But that's a true mom moment, to be like, this bitch is being stupid, but I'm going to pick up.
You're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I forgot I was in Europe.
Oh my God, sorry you're back in America with the basic people. I'm doing
Yeah.
exotic European shit.
You're like, I'm sorry, are you not skiing? It's so weird.
Like we first start and he'll be like, okay, come on. And like you can't even walk on the ski if there's not a
No.
hill. It's like you can't even move.
Yeah.
Because I'm also like kind of aggressive in my movements. Like I'm basically said I had no fear but also no technique, which apparently is a bad combination.
I would love to see you on a chairlift. I'd love to see it. I'd pay to see it.
Oh girl. If you are afraid of heights, do not go skiing. If
No.
you're afraid of falling, do not go skiing. If you're afraid of being cold.
And
don't
it's
go
also
skiing.
like the people that work there don't give a shit.
And I'll trip on myself and they're like, this idiot.
Yeah. And I'm like, hello, we're 1,000 feet in the air. Does this bar come down? Because one swift movement and I'm falling off this lift. Like, what's
Okay, you
going
guys,
on?
these lifts, once the bar comes down too, you have to get your feet, your sticks, taking a selfie, obviously.
You obviously.
Every time I was like, this is the most dangerous thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, it's very unsafe, but everyone acts very casual. I don't know if they're drunk or
Yeah.
just too cold to care. But this is the hardest part about skiing. If you're about to fall, you want to lean back, right? But to not fall, you have to lean forward.
To not fall, you have to lean forward. And it's like, if you want to go right, you have to pick up like the left ski. It was
Yeah.
something that wasn't computing in my brain the one time I got an
It doesn't make
instructor.
sense.
It doesn't make sense.
We actually got on a trail that was too difficult. So I busted my ass, and then he's like, just go down on your butt. Just go down on your butt. So I'm just going down on my butt on like a blue. And then he starts yelling, stop, stop. I can't stop.
Yeah, there's no stopping, sir. There's no stopping. Here we are.
So then I start doing like spirals, and he's still yelling stop, and I'm like, this isn't a car. I can't just put on the brakes. I'm going down the whole hill.
You
bro.
went down on a
I'm
blue, like your very first time skiing.
By the end of the week. So also what I wanted to tell you is this wasn't a casual ski trip when you go skiing with Des. It was a full military operation. We were up at 7:30 a.m. every single day.
So you filed divorce papers.
7:30 a.m. No, but think of like my daddy issues. Like all I want to do is show him that I could be good at skiing, because then I'm valuable of being loved, you know.
Right.
So
So we did therapy on the top of that mountain.
it was a journey. Oh yeah, my best is when Des will yell and go, "Don't fall, don't fall." I'm like, "You think I'm trying to fall?"
So would you go skiing again? Would you go back?
1,000,000,000%.
Yeah. Because it is a vibe.
It would be fun to go with a couple. Like,
Yeah.
So like some days when I'm not in the mood, I could like give Des someone to have fun with, because I can't
Oh my
always
God.
be.
I'm going to say that I think Craig and I are probably the perfect people for that said vacation.
Does Craig love skiing?
He snowboards, loves it. He whips down that mountain. He whips down it. It's probably one of the only times where Craig will be like, look at my outfit. But did you see my outfit? And I'm like, yeah, it's like a ski outfit.
Why do guys look so rugged and hot in their
So
ski
hot.
outfits? Then I literally look like a decrepit marshmallow.
No, it literally looks like I just gave birth in my ski outfit. I'm like sweating, my makeup's melting. I'm panting. I'm like, are we gonna eat? Like it's too much.
You ever look at your man and the lights like hitting him right, and you're
Yeah.
just like, I want to take a photo. Like, you look so hot right now.
Yeah.
But he never does that for me.
Never.
My phone is full of effortlessly hot photos
Yeah.
of Des. Happy, sad, complex,
Yeah.
every mood.
Pondering.
And me, it's just hungover.
Okay, what about when I watched Craig all winter like stop on his snowboard, like
it's
got
so
down,
hot.
and I was like, I just got pregnant. I think I'm probably having a baby in 9 months. Like,
Wait,
what is happening?
Guys skiing and then stopping. It sounds weird, but when it goes, shh, it makes it shh.
I'm
That was
like,
my pussy juices. Shh.
yeah, literally. I'm like, did you just tell me to shh? Because I will.
Also, I do have to say, Butter is really enjoying this pod. She's come and sat down next to us. She wants to hear what she missed while I was skiing.
Now that you're cultured, she's like, finally, I can hang out with you. Like,
But so the snowboarders and the skiers are two different people. The snowboarders always like have way more swag than everyone.
yeah.
But they're also like the crazy ones on the mountain. Like, watch out for the snowboarders. They're
yeah.
gonna, like,
I feel like the skiers are like a Ralph Lauren ad.
yes.
And I feel like the snowboarders are like
Vans.
Yeah, like the snowboarders like don't give a shit. And like they'll be like, we're not doing helmets. Like we're just going. And
About
like
to shred some nut, bruh.
yeah, and the skiers are like, how dare you not like abide by the rules?
I know
Type
you
vibe.
guys might go to Aspen later.
Yeah.
I do have to tell you, like, Des is that crazy that he'll be like, yeah, we're going to meet up with them in a week and a half. Cancel your plans.
The other day, I was telling my dad that I was going to Aspen, and he was like, oh, well, they're having like a crisis there. There's no snow. And I was like, perfect. Amazing. Maybe the mountain will be closed.
Wait, does Craig have those apps where he can see what the mountain looks like live?
Probably.
Because Des will be checking what the mountains look like on his phone. I'm like, what are you doing? Are we
It's
watching?
excessive.
Unless there's a cute animal about to pop out of that mountain.
That's the equivalent to me when I like something sold out online and you can type in your email address and it alerts you when it's back in stock. Like when I get one of those alerts, I'm like, who the president could be speaking to me, and I'm like, Zara just got this back in stock. Do you know how hard it is to get this size in this style right now? Like, please hold. And like the jargon that like skier and snowboarders use, I'm like, I don't know what you just said to me. Like,
No, yeah, he'll go on these rants and I'll be like, there were 7 words there that if you paid me, I couldn't put it in a sentence.
Yeah.
It's such a culture that I've not. But anyway, now I'm a skier.
Yeah.
I'm a jet setter. I'm a European.
What about the people that like hella ski? Not like hella ski, man, like heli ski. Like
Des heli skis.
no,
He's crazy.
no, that's crazy.
No, he goes, you see that mountain over there? They dropped me off, and then I had to find my way back. It took 7 hours. It was amazing.
No, I have a group of friends that go backcountry skiing.
Yeah.
I'm like, just get lost because I don't want to know anything about it.
Once I learned how to ski, like on the basic ones, like the greens, I'm like, why do we have to challenge ourselves more? Like, why do we have to be like, this is fun. Let's make it torturous. Like
Yeah.
skiers who are really good are like, oh, I love that there's a place to ski. Let's ski in the forest where
Yeah,
we're not
let's-
supposed to go.
Yeah, let's maybe get eaten by a bear and run into a tree at the same time. That will be like adrenaline rush.
And people get injured a lot while skiing because they're like doing crazy like that. They're like, let's go through an avalanche.
yeah, it's wild.
Fight a wolf. Join a wolf pack.
The only reason I am down to continue to ski, and my children will probably ski, is because the après ski vibe, I was born for it. Born for it.
But also, Paige, have you seen little kids ski? Because it is the single most adorable thing I've ever seen in my life. Kids in layers, kids in winter outfits.
Kids that
is-
can't move get me going.
You could just tip them over and they're
Yeah,
fine.
I was just going to say that. I literally want to walk up to a group of kids getting a ski lesson and just push them all over.
Yep.
Because it's just one of the cutest, and they're good. Some of them are good.
I actually told Des, I was like, I want a kid with you just to put them in a ski lesson. The kids were like repeating songs that the instructor was singing. It was really cute. That's what got us excited nowadays.
When I did my ski lesson, I did like, it was just me and the instructor and then like a group of kids next to me doing a lesson. And I looked at him and I was like, this is embarrassing. He was like, it's okay. They're starting from a young age. You're at a different point. I'm like, did you just talk me off a ledge with 4-year-olds like that they were better than me?
the 4-year-old doesn't have any respect for you.
The 4-year-olds like yelling out tips. They're like, move your hips. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
That 4-year-old just skidded in front of you and gave you the middle finger. So I would do these lessons without Des, and there's always like French hot ski men everywhere, and I'm like, it's
Yeah.
crazy he's leaving me alone, even though
Yeah.
I looked decrepit. I looked terrible, so he definitely was like, she's fine. But at one point, I like loved going fast, which is why everyone kept being like, have no fear, but you have no technique. And I busted my ass once so bad that like both my skis were gone. Lost my helmet, everything's gone. And this like hot French guy stops by and he's like, do you need my help? And I was like, no, I'm fine. And like literally my leg was around my neck and my arm was in the tree. And he's like,
You're like, I'm just so flexible.
I'm like, I'm literally amazed. I did that on purpose.
You're like,
And he's
I'm stretching.
No, you need help. You need help. So he starts getting all my stuff and I'm like, no, I'm literally fine. And then what people don't talk about is putting your skis back on after you've fallen. It took me 20 minutes. To put it
Single-handedly one of the most embarrassing things ever. That or
You
like
guys, to put it back on, there's rules like you have to put the ski lower down the mountain on first, and I didn't, and he was like, "Oh, you put the wrong ski on first. This is going to take forever."
because you have to like clip the front of it and then push down really. Yeah, it's hard.
You guys, once in my lesson, I got there. It took me 30 minutes after I fell to get my skis back together. Like the skiing is the easiest part. It's all the other in between when you up. So anyway, we survived. But the best part was the food. Paige, you were right. The French food.
They just gotta. Do
you know what raclette is?
I don't think so.
It's a reel of the best cheese you've ever had. They cut it in half.
What do they do with it?
Okay, you're gonna orgasm.
Yeah.
They put a heater over it and let the top of it melt. And then they scrape the top of it and just put it on a plate. And as you're eating it and dipping whatever, like literally you could dip a foot in it. It'll taste good. They keep bringing more cheese. Like we were like, oh, we didn't order more. And they're like, no, we bring you more. So they just keep bringing.
They make cheese porn over there.
I do have to say, we ate so much that one night Des puked.
Stop.
And like, you know how like you guys drink too hard and someone pukes? We ate too hard, and it was one of those, you know, when you wake up, you think you're fine in the middle of the night, your body's like, get up, we're not, we're done.
They're like 8 pounds of dairy, Hannah? We're not built for this.
But I have to say, this is the first time I heard Des puke, and this is gonna sound so weird, but like, I was turned on.
Wait. Okay, this must be a thing because the first time Craig ever heard me puke, I walked out of the bathroom and he goes, "You want to know something? I wasn't grossed out one bit." And I was like, "What the does that mean?" I think it is like a thing.
Maybe like because you really like someone.
Yeah, you're
something that's like uninhibited about it, and you're seeing them in a very like natural,
vulnerable spot.
But the thing with Des is like his pukes were so, and I hate puking. It's like I can't.
You hate
it's the grossest
puking.
thing to me. I can't. Like you like it, I can't.
Yeah. Like if something's going on, I'm like, I'll just puke. I'll feel better.
Yeah. Des had the most manly hacks. He literally would be like, "No!" I was like, okay. He was like,
like he was getting demons out of him. Oh my God.
There was something so like assertive.
There are so many like subtle things that guys do that are gross that you're like, that's so hot. And I could see that totally being one of them.
Straight men are so disgusting, but for some reason we find it hot. It's like, imagine if your dude went to sneeze and he was like, "Achoo!" You'd be like, "Ew."
No.
But you want him to sneeze and be like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
Like if Des was puking and he was like, I'd be like, grow up.
Wait, I know exactly what they're talking about. Because I have had boyfriends before that have done things like that, like a very vulnerable, like bodily function or like something they really can't control. And I've been like, I will never sleep with you again. Like, I can distinctly remember
She's
a time
like he got stabbed and he was
cried
like,
about it, and I was like,
grow up.
Craig like spits a lot, not like hawks a loogie, but like he'll do these like weird throat noises like in the morning. I love them. I'm like, yeah, baby, do it. Like, get it all out of you.
These are things that people don't talk about enough. When
People
it comes
don't
to dating.
talk about it.
But I do have to talk about sneezing for a second. You know those people who yell sneeze?
Yeah, my mom does that, I think.
Is it necessary or they
It's
just
not.
didn't get enough attention as a child?
She definitely isn't an attention seeker for sure. But she has one of the loudest sneezes I've ever, to the point where my dad will look at her and be like, "Stop." She's like, "I can't help it." And he's like, "I feel like you can." No, I get that.
I feel like I'm a very average sneezer. Like,
You actually have a pretty dainty sneeze.
you're like considering what's going on.
Considering everything about your whole life and like who you are as a human, your sneeze took ballet.
It's
Like
very
your
oh my God, thank you. It's very airy.
Yeah.
there's no voice behind it. I feel like you have a very cute, you sneeze how people, you're like, achoo.
Yeah, I sneeze how you would think I'd sneeze. Also, I hate people that have a bigger reaction like before the sneeze. Like they take a whole breath in, like, and then they say, I'm like, was it necessary? Were you going to suffocate in that 2 seconds?
But I also don't like when people's pre-sneeze is like non-existent and they just go achoo. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
you need to warn me before that shit goes out. Like, you know how cats sneeze, they're just like achoo, and you're like, okay.
You're like, what if I was doing something that needed precise precision and you just sneezed like that? Do you know you can't sneeze and keep your eyes open at the same time?
Oh god.
No, you literally can't. Like your eyes would pop out of your head, I heard. I've never tried it because I'm too scared. But the next time you sneeze, think about it.
So anyway, that was my ski trip.
Yeah.
What is on front page news?
Oh my god, let me think. Let me look. Wait, the number one thing is, I mean, all the reports are saying it, and I can't wait to see it, is that Pete Davidson is going to be at the infamous Kardashian Christmas. Okay, so they were seen in Staten Island together. They went to the movies. Like, there was a paparazzi picture of him, like her showing him something on her phone, and like they're both laughing. Here's how I feel about their relationship. I'm going to compare it to like Ben and Jen. Oh, I'm like so out on Ben and Jen now.
Spill all the tea right now.
Okay, so he did a Howard Stern interview. And if you've never, have you listened to like Howard Stern interviews before?
Yeah.
If you've never listened to one, they're long. Like people are in there for hours. Like he is an incredible interviewer because he really will get people to divulge so much information. And of course, like he was there for like maybe 3 hours and there were certain lines that were taken out of the interview and put together. But he talked so much about Jennifer Garner that I was just like, Jesus. Like
Did you listen to it?
I didn't listen to the whole thing, but he was basically like, if I was still married to her, I would still be drinking. Like I felt very trapped. Like he kind of just ragged on her. And like I didn't appreciate it because it's not like it's just an ex-wife. Like that is the mother of your children. Like have a little bit of respect. Like I just didn't like it at all. So that made me like out on him kind of. And like the way I feel about Pete and Kim, I think there is an element of like publicity stunt happening there. Because we like, you know how like you said that she was going to date someone like more explosive than Travis.
Like, do they need to go to the movies?
Right.
Do they need to go to the movies in Staten Island? Like, it's just classic.
But like the reason I didn't care about Ben and Jen, like that being a PR stunt, is because I love Jennifer Lopez so much. And like people can say whatever they want. I love Kim Kardashian. Like I love watching her. I like seeing what she does next. I think she has like gone above and beyond breaking any like glass ceiling in anything. And like there was she did an interview I don't know when she even did it, but I saw like an excerpt of it on like a TikTok. And people were asking her like what she thought about getting so much hate from like working with the Donald Trump administration. And she was basically like, she was like, I don't care who the president is at the time. Not like my concern. I don't give a about politics. She was like, I just cared about helping people. And he was the president at the time. And he helped me help this person. And I just thought it was like such a good way to answer that question. And so like I enjoy watching to see like who she's in a relationship with. And we loved Pete Davidson before he was ever like linked to Kim Kardashian. So which is why I'm like interested in their relationship. But yes, I agree. Like they do a lot of public things that I feel like if you are a real couple and you're trying to not get found out, you could go about it better.
Or not even not get found out, but like your goals are not how do we get in the paper. Like if you want to be in the paper, you go to the movies during a pandemic.
Right.
In Staten Island.
No, I mean, it's kind of wild. Like Staten Island is not the biggest place ever. Like people are going to know. Yeah,
I do think what's fun though with our observations on Giggly Squad is because we're observing kind of how the media is with celebrities. We've also been we're both sides of it, where we are the media sometimes and then we are talked about by the media. So we're kind of like learning how the system works. But even with Ben Affleck, did you see he did an interview really pissed off with like some late night show, and he basically was like, they wanted a clickbaity title and they said that like she's the reason I drank, when like it was a 2-hour interview, and like they really pulled that out of context. Like it was a much deeper thing. I know that most journalists just want to take things out of context to make
so right.
It's like when you click on something that looks like, oh, what did this person do, and they literally didn't do anything. So that was his perspective of it. So that's why like we'd have to listen to the whole thing.
Right.
Everyone has a motive and a reason they're doing everything.
Yes, absolutely. And Howard Stern interviews are typically, I mean, it's not a Diane Sawyer interview. Like, they're fun. They're like usually pretty sexual. Like, they're drinking during it. Like, I don't think he was trying to be like super malicious, but I just felt like icky about it when I like was watching.
It's not the vibe. It's not the vibe.
It's not the vibe. I would have wanted more tea on J-Lo.
Well, yeah, then J-Lo apparently was like not happy about these comments. But then part of me was like, why is he even speaking? Why did you let him speak?
Right. Like, what is he doing an interview for? My next thing is Cardi B got Offset. Because we were talking about Christmas gifts. He just turned 30. I like still can't believe that like Cardi B is our age. It throws me for a loop every single time I see it.
And I feel like she's lived so many lives.
Yeah, I'm like, do I need to be doing more?
She has like no age to me in my head.
Wait, you could tell me right now Cardi B is any age and I'd be like, yeah, no, I know.
Also, when I first got into reality TV and people would talk to me, she was the person that I'd be like, well, Cardi B did reality TV.
Wait,
I'm like, now she has a Grammy, so.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry, but like, I am the next Cardi B. They're like, you don't rap. I'm like, does Cardi? Like, I don't know. Okay, so she got him $2 million.
Wait, she gave him $2 million?
Yeah, she just gave him a massive check for $2 million
for as a present.
As for his 30th birthday.
That's like when your kid starts to become like a teenager and like they're like too cool to pick a present. You're like, here's some money. Like,
yeah. They also went to a strip club for his birthday in which she revealed she spent $100,000 that night. Do you want to guess her net worth right now?
I'll guess it.
Okay.
I like looking at celebrities' net worths and heights. She's 13 million.
13?
Yeah.
40.
Shut up.
Yeah. Approximately 40.
Oh my God.
Go off. You know?
Wow. I mean, she had so many consecutive hits. Good for her.
Good for her.
Is, I feel like when you're really rich, it doesn't mean you're going to spend like crazy. If you had that much money, would you be the person that like drops $100,000 one night at the club?
At least once I probably would.
Like, isn't it hard to drop $100,000?
I mean, I'm sure when you get into it, it's not. I think if I was worth $40 million, there would be one night at a club that I probably would be like, let's just go off.
I always think though, like, how many drinks do you have to drink to even get to 100,000?
I think it's more you're paying for like the ambiance. Like you're probably are paying for multiple tables, like for all of your friends. So like no one's really around you.
And then like bottles and then tipping.
And you're tipping and you're getting the most expensive bottles. You're probably not drinking it all anyway. Wait, have you watched anything? No, well, you were on vacation.
Did not watch Sex Life of College Girls. And then Sex and the City was like getting weird. So I like had to pause.
Wait, no way.
Like,
what episode are you on?
No, I didn't even start.
Oh God, Hannah. Okay, well, I just want to say this, and Sierra can back me up on this because she's very impressed that I watched Sex and the City and then I predicted like everything that was going to happen in the next episode, and it did. So,
is it good?
Okay, personally, I think Sex and the City, the like, what is it? And So It Is. Oh, and Just Like That. And So It Is from that reality show with Alexis Nyers. I think the way, and So It Is, I think the way that they handled the Samantha thing, like, I thought it was good. People nitpicked and pulled it apart and were like, that's.
But the thing is it the same without Samantha? Like, are the characters still good together without her?
I think she would have added such an awesome dynamic to it, because I would have loved to seen an older woman, like, who was still single by choice, and like if they were still like dating, I would have loved to like watch that. But so I think they are definitely missing out with not having her, but I don't think like the show is bad at all. Like, every time they drop a new episode, I watch it immediately because I'm so excited.
Well, it's like the movies. Like, they're not great, but like you still love them.
Yeah, like I watch for a very different reason. Like, I love seeing like each character, even Miranda. Like, I love that was so mean. Like, I didn't even mean it to be that mean. Oh my God. That was so mean. It's because I'm in my high school bedroom right now, and that was straight up all girls high school. I was like, even you can come to the party if you want. No, that was the meanest thing I've ever said.
Well, Miranda's like girl boss.
She's here, the one thing I will say, they've made Miranda and Steve act like they're 85 years old. Like, Steve can't hear. Like, it's just like very intense. But like, I love watching the clothes that they pick out for. I love watching it for Carrie, but like, I love seeing Charlotte's because she has such a like preppy style. And
also, it's huge in Europe. When I was in Europe,
everyone about Sex in the
Paris,
City.
There's just like a lot of billboards people talk about on the radio shows. Like, it's a very it's interesting to see what's internationally like really important to people. They love
That's when
Sex in the
you've
City.
really made it. When you're internationally known.
Wait, what else? Do you have anything else?
I think that was. Let me check the note one last time, because I feel like I did have one other thing. Oh, I have in here the time a guy cheated on me and told me that a girl was homeless.
Oh wait, the time a guy cheated on me and he told me the girl was homeless and he was giving her a place to stay. One, did someone message you this? Is this a story that happened to you?
This is a real life story. This is a real life story. And I don't know what I was doing. I was doing something this week and it made me think of it and like popped in my head. One time I had a boyfriend. This is a great story to close out on, because if your day is going horribly, this will make you feel better. Because no one could have been as dumb as I was in this particular moment.
Was he tall?
He was 6'5".
Okay, well, that explains everything. Continue.
I had a boyfriend and I went to his apartment one day, and on the nightstand was a girl's watch. And I was just like, yo, what the is this? And he was like, oh, one of my friends like came over the other day. And I was like, and she left her watch on the nightstand? Like, what are you talking about? And he was like, no, it was like a friend. She like she's in between apartments. Like, she didn't have anywhere to stay. She stayed on the couch. And I was just like, okay, like, this is the craziest thing ever. Anyway, he fell asleep later that night, and I took his thumb, opened his phone, went through all of his text messages, and she, in fact, was not homeless, because he did send her an Uber to her apartment to pick her up, to bring her to said apartment that was his. And oh, I thought of it because I remember her name was Chelsea. Why did that pop into my head, though? Anywho. So he had convinced me that she was homeless, and
he's
she
like,
wasn't.
she got lost, and she like just found my dick and was like, oh my God.
And was like, I'm home. Yeah. And so that's the time I got cheated on and convinced that the girl was homeless.
This is amazing, because I also recently learned some very, very, very toxic advice that I was not, like, with great power comes great responsibility, and I wasn't going to bring it up. Okay. But because of the situation you're talking about, if you want to go through your dude's phone, you probably are not in the right relationship. I'm going to preface it with that.
That's true.
I'm going to preface it with that. Are you interested sometimes? Yes, that's just being human. But if you feel like the fear that you have to, it's different.
Such different feelings. No one talks about that. Like, okay, here's a perfect example. Any boyfriend I've had before the age of 25, I went through their phone. Like, I knew exactly how to get into it. Like, it was like clockwork. I knew how to do it. I knew how to screenshot, send it to myself. Screenshot, send it to myself. With like any relationship after 25 really, but like specifically Craig, his phone will like light up and there's like an instinct in my head where I want to look over to like see who's texting, but
Yeah.
I don't want to like actively look in his phone. That
Yeah.
honestly, that like exhausts me. I'm like, I don't even want to look at my own phone. Why would I want to look at yours?
I don't know if it's because I'm lazy,
Yeah, it is.
but I've never went through a guy's phone before. Ever.
Hello? I was a professional at going through guys' phones.
I'll play crosswords on Dez's phone.
I would get like an adrenaline rush.
Yeah. But so this is my sick piece of advice that I think I saw on TikTok. You can use face recognition with a photo of the guy's face on your phone.
Oh my God. If I knew this like 5 years ago.
So I know this is crazy and I haven't tried it, but gigglers, let me know, but only do it if you want to end your relationship because you think
Oh my
he's for sure
God.
cheating on you.
I'm literally
But-
going to go downstairs and try that on my mom's phone.
Don't just look into something because you're bored.
Don't
I
do
also
it
think-
before the holiday season. Get your gifts and then do it after and then get out. Get your gift, then go through his phone, keep the gift you got for him, and then say Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Also just think it's more privacy than like, would you want him looking at like you Googling, why does my vagina smell like this? Like just, it's a privacy thing. I feel like that's what every girl's Googling all the time.
Okay, that's exactly what every girl's Googling. Every girl is Googling that.
Or
The
like,
amount of times I've been like, what is the normal? I'm
and
like,
then they try to explain the smells and it never makes sense.
the amount of times I've seen like pennies
They're
compared
like
to it, I'm
baking
like,
powder. And you're like, what does baking powder smell like?
I feel that when I come across like, it could be green. I'm like, what could be green? Oh my God. We could do a whole podcast just on that. Every time at the bottom, it's like, go see a doctor. I'm like, oh, why am I here?
Anyway, guys, I hope your vaginas are doing great this holiday season. We love you so much. We hope you get lots of amazing gifts. Give amazing gifts.
Yes. Thanks for giggling with us today. Oh, and don't
Well-
forget to buy tickets to our show.
Oh, yeah, we have LA, San Francisco, and Seattle on sale. Go to our Instagram. It's in the link in bio. And it's going to be crazy. And giggle bells. Bye.